I like it.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing this kind of like pink overload look. I don't really know what it's called, but I dabbled into 3 different Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, but the main palette that I'm using is the Prism palette. Y'all know we're still doing our little series thing. I wanted to do something with Lure, which is this kind of mauve, light, dusty rose kind of shade. I wanted to do something with that look just because it's the one that's kind of standing out. It's that and Sphere are just like, okay, I don't understand. So I decided to do something using that color. And it ended up turning into this. It's just a pink overload. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start by priming my lids, and I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I love using this concealer, as I've mentioned in pretty much every video that I've done using this palette. It is a great concealer, and it dries down to a semi-matte finish. So that means that my primer won't, or my eyeshadow won't be skipping along the concealer. So the first shade we are going to go in with is is Saturn here. It's a bright orange kind of shade. There's no real reason why I am using this shade, just mainly because it's dark enough to appear on my skin tone and also stand out as a transition shade. So I'm using a Sigma E35 blending brush. This is one of my favorite blending brushes to use when I'm using transition shades. And really cool, you guys, I've been a Sigma affiliate for about 2 to 3 years now. Yeah, about 3 years, because Sydney's 3. And I just now got a code for it. So if you guys decide to buy any Sigma brushes, you can use my code. It's LONN. So LON. I wanted to keep it pretty simple so you guys can remember it if you ever go on the website. And it's not for brushes. You can get their sponges, their eyeshadows, their makeup, their lipsticks, things of that sort. You can pretty much buy whatever. But I do have a code now. So yeah, like I said, I'm just blending this into the upper crease. And then I'm going to go into the Modern Renaissance palette. And we're going to take one color out of there. We're going to take the shade Love Letter. It's just this dark kind of fuchsia, pinkish kind of shade. We're going to take that and we're just going to take it on an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. This came out of one of the brush sets. And it's pretty small. It's fluffy, but still small enough to diffuse the product, but also place it directly where I want it. So what I'm doing is taking this really tight into the crease. This is right where my crease socket is. And I'm focusing the majority of that color there. And then I just start to blend it up into Saturn, but not covering up Saturn. You never want to cover up the shade that you used before. You just want to kind of add that second layer. So oranges and pinks just look so pretty together. They just kind of blend together. I'm sorry if I keep going out of focus. My camera's trying to play me today. So as I always teach you guys, go back in with the previous brush. This has no additional product on it, just whatever is left, and I just go over the two just to make sure they're blended. So now we're going to go back into the Prism palette, and I'm going to take Parallel, which is here in the corner. It's the dark, kind of like a chocolate brown, and I'm taking a Sigma E25 blending brush. It's a small, tapered, tight blending brush, and I am going to pack this first out into this outer corner because I want the majority of the color to be saturated out in the outer corner. And then, once again, keeping this really tight to the crease. And this is just going to add a little bit of definition to the look, because you don't want to just go in with pinks and oranges. I mean, you can, but I wanted this to be a little bit more defined. So now that we have that color down, I'm just going to take a little bit more of Love Letter, just tap off a lot of the excess, and just use that to blend Parallel and Love Letter. So now, because I want my lid color to pop and really be true to color, I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Milk. I just pretty much take a concealer brush. This is from Vanity Planet. Sigma does have a cut crease brush, but I don't own that brush. But you can use just a concealer brush, and I just take the product right off of the right off of the container, and I am going to start cutting the crease. So I'm going to bring this up right to where the socket of the crease is, because if I don't and I bend down, it will transfer up into my upper crease, and that just looks so messy to me. But we're only going to do a half cut crease, you guys, so take that from the inner corner to about where the end of your actual eye color is. That's where I usually end mine, because you don't want to go too far out and do a full cut crease, but if you do, you definitely can. So now that we're done with that, we're going to take the shade Lure. It's the bottom corner mauve, kind of dusty rose shade. And I'm going to take, this is my favorite shade, or my favorite brush for packing on matte eyeshadows when I need it to really pack on the color. This is a Sigma E59 wide shader brush. It's really, really wide, and it just packs on color so quick too. Remember when I was using Sphere and I was using that smaller brush and kind of going in small increments? I should have used my E59 because it applies it really, really easy and really quick. So, as I mentioned, I'm just going to pat this color all over. I'm covering up that white base. This is such a pretty color, you guys. I love mauve, kind of dusty colors. It just looks so good. So once that's stamped down, I'm going to take a little more parallel and just my E25 and just use that to blend the edge. So now for the fun kind of glittery pink color on the lid, I use this Urban Decay Razor Sharp. This is a long wear liquid eyeliner, and this is in the shade Intergalactic. So it's just like a shiny rose gold. So what I'm going to do is just do a wing liner, and I'll probably speed through this because it takes quite a while. This liner, you have to go over it a few times if you want it to really pop and stand out. It's kind of sheer the first go around, but I think it looks really pretty against this dusty rose. Alright, you guys, my liner is stamped down, so I'm going to take one last Anastasia palette. This is the Self-Made palette. This came out last year around Christmas time. And I'm going to take the shade Pink Champagne, which is a staple in anyone's collection. You need pink champagne. It's so, so pretty. I'm going to take a Sigma E21 smudge brush. This is a small defined brush. I use it as an inner corner brush as opposed to a smudge brush, but I'm going to place this right into the inner portion of my eye. Just going to add a little pop, a little something, something. Add some metallic foilness to this look, so it's not completely matte. But I'm going to put on my lashes, and then I'm going to do my face, and then I'll be back for lips, and then that will be the end of this video. And I just I just got some liner up there, but I'm just going to sip my wine and keep it moving. No biggie, no biggie. Hi guys, I am back. So I did all my face and everything. I was going to record it for Instagram, but my camera was acting up, so I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and do the lips. I am going to start by using Anastasia Beverly Hills Trust Issues. It is like a dusty kind of rose, like a mauve shade. It's so pretty. One of my favorite shades by them. So I don't know if I want to add a little bit of sepia to the center to make it kind of like an ombre. I don't know. Do I want to leave it dark like this? I'm going to add a little bit of sepia. Yes, so I like this combo because I felt like Trust Issues was just a little too dark for what I was going with this look, and I feel like adding sepia, which is kind of like that It's kind of like a rose color, kind of like the color of my eye. It's more of a cool tone color, and it just added the perfect touch to the lips. So that pretty much wraps up my video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also let me know what other videos you would like to see, because tomorrow I'm filming the very last Prism Palette series, or Prism Palette tutorial, so this one will be a little bit more wearable, a little bit something not as crazy. But let me know what other videos you guys would like to see. I did see that someone wants to see a perfume collection because they noticed all of that back there. So I can do a perfume collection, or a Bath & Body Works collection, because 2 shelves above that are both Bath & Body Works. Someone also wants to see a skincare video, so keep loading in the suggestions. I'm writing them down, so that way when I'm done with this series, I can continue to go on and film those. Somebody also wants to see a makeup for beginners, so if you guys are interested in that, give this video a thumbs up, and also put like hashtag makeup for beginners down in the description box, so I know you guys want to see something like that, or that's something that a lot of you guys would watch if you're interested. So nonetheless, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.
I like it when you go there. I like the way you use it. I like that you don't play fair.